Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode of Watch It in Action. I'm BouseFeenux and this time we're going to be taking a look at Banshee. This is a video for the build on my website and I'm going to kind of show you how I use it. So Banshee is basically her whole aesthetic and all of her powers revolve around controlling sound. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the build here, and this build has been put together and I kind of based it on resonance here. And basically what that does is it's an augment for her ability Sonar. And killing or shooting an enemy, or killing an enemy by shooting the weak spot will trigger another sonar for 100% of the remaining duration. This build is kind of based around that, along with a couple other skills, but that's going to be the whole bread and butter. So essentially what sonar does is it's going to allow you to do extra damage. You're going to get a massive critical multiplier for shooting an enemy in the weak spot, and I'll show you that here in a second. So we're going to throw down some level 90 Corrupted Ancients here because they're pretty beefy, they got a lot of health, and we're going to be using the Ignis, so you want to make sure you go in, you throw it on your Sonar, and you throw it on your Silence. Silence is going to stun them for a second, and it's going to give you a chance to kind of react to them. And you'll notice here, these guys got little blue spots on them. It just depends on the type of energy color you're using, but as you can see here, he's got a big one on his arm right there. Shooting those is going to give you a massive damage bonus, and with Resonance, every time you get the killing blow on one of those weak spots, you're going to transfer another little weak spot to another nearby enemy. So eventually this gets to a point where the enemies are pretty much just like, they come out looking blue. So you can see how quickly this is just tearing through these guys. Some of them are just like immediately falling over dead. So let me show you the difference between using Sonar and not using Sonar here. Let's respawn these guys real quick, and I'll show you guys what it's like to not use Sonar. So one of the biggest disadvantages to playing a Banshee character is she's extremely squishy. She can't take a whole lot of damage. She can't really survive much. She's got a couple abilities to help get her out of trouble, like Sonic Boom there. But as you can see, like, not using Sonar, these enemies are taking forever to kill, and we just die eventually. But so let's see that again. Let's see what it looks like when we throw our Sonar back on. And in Silence, basically, what Silence does is it's gonna make enemies, it's gonna make it harder for enemies to detect you. It's gonna stun them when you walk into range, so any enemies that aren't affected by Silence, they're going to be stunned when you walk into range, and they're affected by it. And that lasts for the duration. The cool thing about both of these skills is they are recastable. So if you notice the duration starting to tick kind of low on them, you can just recast them again like this. And then you see here we're just destroying these guys. The cool thing about Banshee though is if you can survive long enough with her, she makes pretty much any weapon awesome. There's really very few weapons that Banshee can't make amazing. So that's kind of the gist of the build. She's got a couple other skills, like I showed you Sonic Boom a second ago, and that pretty much just knocks enemies away from you, kind of gives you some breathing room. It's got a really cool animation and some cool particle effects if you have NVIDIA PhysX turned on. But her other ability, Soundquake, you never want to use this pretty much. This is the fastest way to get killed while playing Banshee. So that's pretty much Banshee in a nutshell, guys. Strap on your favorite weapon, make it awesome. I mean, it's kind of hard to go wrong with a weapon with Banshee. I like these beam type weapons like the Ignis, because it makes it really easy to target the weak spots. You just kind of point in the general direction and shoot. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. I will see you at the next video. Thank you so much.